Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7. Now today, got some more summoning for you guys. That's right, we're going to be jumping in and summoning for young Senya and her artifact, the Proof of Friendship. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. We'll talk more about her kit and such once we go into playtesting with her in Arena, and, well, mostly in Arena. We'll see if we can snatch some Harseti defenses while they're still up, because apparently she's going to be really good into Harseti. Harseti opens with AoEs regardless if she does an S1 or an S3, and every time young Senya's hit, she gains Fighting Spirit, 20 Fighting Spirit to be exact, and that is enough for her to actually proc her extra turn, right? It packs her procs her passive, gives her an extra turn, so it is pretty interesting. Alright, we'll see if we can snag her. I do have enough to go to Pity, but obviously kind of don't want to go to Pity, but we can snag 2 copies of Acades though. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's keep going. Even though we have Pity, it doesn't mean I want to get there. Ooh, that's a pretty difficult pill to swallow there. An empty pull. Oh, no sparks here. Okay, there you go. Got a little shine here. Got a 4-star. Got Crozette. It's not too bad. Oh, got a 4-star here. Can't skip that one. Strack Gauntlet. Pretty good artifact. 60% effect resistance is nothing to laugh at, especially at warriors. Certain warriors can build effect resistance to pretty good use. They can put that stat to pretty good use. Right, pretty good there with the couple 4-star pulls. There we go, got another 4-star one here. I really hope I get a copy of her artifact before we manage to pull her, because if we can do that, I don't have to buy it from the powder shop, but I might end up doing it anyway. That's why I've saved up some of my powders. Alright, come on now. Oh, another just 3-star pull, guys. It's not looking good. 60 pulls until summon. Smilegate Somai. Oh, about to say, hang on. Before I slander Smilegate here, I'm about to say. Can we get the artifact? This is what I really want. That's a 4-star knight. Senya is a Soul Weaver. Alright, nope, don't need that. Alright, let's see what we got here. Here it is. Oh, that's gonna be young Senya! Alright. She's gonna bake us the tastiest cake in the whole wide world. And you see, look at that. They made sure to crop Alencia, so she's barely peeking around the corner. Absolutely love it. Alright, did we get anything else here? Let's do a little skip. And no. So, time for me to go ahead and buy her artifact from the shop, and then we'll go into playtesting. So before we jump into the arena showcase, let's go ahead and take a look at young Senya's stats. Currently have her at plus 14. I don't really need the extra damage on her S1 here. We'll see. Eventually I'll be able to max friendship her and max out that S1. But for right now, I'm running her on her own artifact, Proof of Friendship, which gives her and the foremost ally 7.5% to their health. Only a 75% chance to increase combat readiness, but I don't think it's something that's really necessary here. Obviously, the more consistent you have her, the better, and I might end up plus 30ing it in the future, but for right now, I'm saving my bottles of knowledge just in case we see something on the horizon that's a bit more worth bottling, right? I currently have her built on 24k health, 1600 defense, 150 effect resistance, and 200 speed. It's mostly to keep her just a, generic Soul Weaver build, but I like the resistance on her just because I don't really like getting debuffed and controlled. She's on a speed and health set. You can see the substats of all of that on the right side here. So yeah, do with that information as you will. Use her as a reference for your own builds if you'd like. Maybe I'll slow her down eventually if all she's really good for is going to Harseti, but I feel like she's going to be a pretty decent anti-cleave unit as well moving forward. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our first arena showcase. Alright, so for the first arena showcase here, we're going to be hunting some Harseti teams. This is a pretty typical Harseti team that you saw all over Arena, right? Maybe you replaced Destina with like a Ruel, and it was pretty solid. Honestly, that was probably my team as well, but I switched mine since the release of young Senya. But yeah, Mort is going to prevent us from doing some counterattacks. Harseti is obviously going to be proccing our wonderful young Senya here. And Fire Flawn's always a pain to deal with, and Destina, of course, doing the revive shenanigans. It's going to be a little annoying. Look at that beautiful animation here. Got Alencia helping to support. And obviously we have to put the Alencia there as well on our team. Brought her along because she is going to be a pretty decent little bruiser here. Look at that damage though. Look at that damage. That's actually pretty solid damage, right? So the good thing about young Senya is when she procs her S2, it gives her an extra turn, right? And that extra turn, well, after that attack, deals additional damage. 15% of her health and the foremost ally's health, right? So you saw damage earlier. She gains an extra turn because she has 100 fighting spirit, and now we can press our S3, which should cleanse all of our debuffs and then push up the team by 20% combat readiness. And look at that, we also pushed up Alencia an extra percentage there as well. We got some bombs. Actually, ooh, those bombs are looking pretty good. Look at our Alencia, 24k health, not bad actually. My Alencia only has 21k health normally. So yeah, special friendship here. After attacking on the bear's turn, a critical hit deals additional damage proportional to the bear's max health to the target. It's undispellable, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. So there's also no turn limit to it as well. Let's go ahead and try to burst down the I guess we can try to burst down the Mort. Let's go for it. Oh, he is going to counter us here. That's a little unfortunate. He does get a barrier for the team, which I didn't quite want, but it's all good. We did defense break him, so there you go. Look at that injury stacking up. Beautiful stuff. So Shell tier, we can go ahead and we could one-shot the Flan, but honestly at this point, I kind of just want to kill the Destina. So we'll go for the S3. We dispel the barrier there because we have more attack than hers. We get to ignore res, and now the Caesarea comes in. I'm just gonna go ahead and bomb this Flan. Boom. Very nice. And we'll go for we'll go ahead and let's try to finish off the Mort here. We don't even need S3, honestly. There you go. Gonna get hit, but that's fine. Boom. Beautiful stuff. Alright, so young Senya gets to go again. With her S1, she dual attacks with the random allies. Let's see who we can attack with. Nice job bringing the Alencia. Truly the power of friendship at work here. Let's go ahead and finish off the Harsetti. There you go, a little soul burn action. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty decent. We're also on Prayer of Solitude for Alencia, so we're also gaining some extra health with that as well. So yeah, you can definitely stack your Alencias to degenerate amounts of HP. Mine was, again, currently like 21k health before all of this stuff applies to her. But yeah, 24k on a 225 speed injury build, not too shabby. Okay, so jumping into our second match here, I actually found the meta defense that's been going on for a while. So instead of the Destina here, you have Ruel, and this is pretty solid overall, right? This time around, I'm actually not bringing in Caesarea. We're going to replace her with the Pirate Captain Flan. She actually has a HP imprint for the team here, which is going to help out quite a bit in terms of the damage that we're getting out from our bulk. Also bring in Hua Young, just so that she can finish off the Ruel relatively easily, because we are going to be going first. You can actually go on the counter-offensive against Harsetti teams. But yeah, just for reference, just so I'm sure you guys are curious, this is my Alencia build, right? 21k health. She's on Prayer of Solitude. It is currently not plus 30. Unfortunately, it took me like thousands of bookmarks to not get any copies. 7 off-banner artifacts, and here we are. Purchased that one from the shop using powders, and that's about it. So really unfortunate during that summer event. I will never forget that summer event. That was memories were made that day. Alright, so Harsetti goes first as per usual, but you know, Senya's got something to say about it. Power of friendship here. Still using Alencia as the front line. I should actually try to use Mort as well later on in the showcase, so stick around for that. We'll also try maybe finding some cleavers and maybe bringing Albedo along for the ride. Maybe she will do some pretty cool things as well. So yeah, there we go. The what we can do with Alencia right now is we could go for an S3, but I think an S1 is probably for the best. Let's go ahead and try to kill off the Mort. See how much damage we do. Oh, actually, we're doing quite a bit of damage. Look at this, almost 26k health. That is a ton of damage right there. Alright, we have Hua Young going, right? Again, launching a counter-offensive here, essentially. Let's go ahead and kill the Ruel. She's gonna push up, she's gonna revive. That's quite alright. There you go. She is gonna revive the Great Mortelix. But that is okay. The Great Mortelix really isn't too much of a threat right now. Could technically steal the invincibility if I need, but I think it's better. I think we're better off just stunning this Flan here. So let's go for the Flan. There you go. Got the bomb. Got the detonation here. Boom. Beautiful. There's not really too many cool answers to Flan. I mean, Shaltier obviously is one of them. If you bring in a combination of Solitary and units with extra hit chance, that could be cool too. Yeah, look at that. Senya having more HP than the Mort, because we injured him down, right? So we were able to resist that pretty easily. Hua-Yang, I don't think got hit. She had immunity as well. I guess the other units just resisted as well. I don't know why, honestly. But there you go. A little dual attack action. Obviously, we're going to dual attack with the worst unit here, Fire Captain Flan. Her dual attack really doesn't help all that much. Let's go ahead and let's try a little S3 action. How about that? Let's get a little defense buff onto our team. Special Friendship's gonna proc here too. Oh, look at that extra splash damage. Actually makes a little bit of a difference, yeah? It's not too bad. Let's go ahead and hit the... Should we kill the Mort, or should we kill the Ruel? Let's go ahead and kill the Ruel. Let's Soulburn that. Boom. Look at that damage. Beautiful stuff. We will go for an S3. I'm going to try to push everyone back. Probably won't hit the Flan here. Yeah, there you go. Won't hit the Flan. She has 100% evasion. Okay. So got a couple bombs laid onto the Mort, onto the Harsetti. And Flan comes in for a hit onto the Senya, but she is just a... Oh, okay, never mind. Thought she was going to get her full fighting spirit again, but no. I forgot. Harsetti, when she has one, dual attacks with the Flan here. So, unfortunately, young Senya goes down. It's okay, because through the power of lasting friendship here, canonically, I guess, unfortunately, Alencia still has that power friendship on her. So yeah, even if your young Senya goes down, whoever you gave the friendship buff to will still make some good use of it, right? Gonna go ahead and finish off the Harsetti, and then Alencia can avenge her fallen friend. So there you go. Next up, let's try to find a team that's a little bit different in team composition and see if young Senya can still thrive there. Alright guys, so in a twist of cruel irony, of course, we're going to have to throw the great Mortelix in the front line. I'm going to show you his stat line just because it's relevant to how much damage and stuff we do, right, with young Senya and her artifact and her buffs and such. So he's starting out with 25k health, right? He's also on Elber's Ritual Sword to help him counter a little bit more. Going into this, he is also going to prevent the Abyssal Euphine on the other side from using her counterattacks. We will have a little bit of trouble against this Flan, but with the Seafan and Politis on our side, I'm hoping that it's not too big of an issue. So I am still going to go on this quote-unquote counter-offensive playstyle here with Seafan and Politis and Genoa, because Harsetti will prevent the New Moon Luna on the other team from going first. She's going to go, and we are going to benefit from it greatly. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful stuff. Let's go ahead and proc the Senya. See what we get from this. There we go. So yeah, Genoa is stunned. We have the uncounterable, all this stuff, but yeah, it's okay. By eating some bread, we make all the pain go away, and our good friend Mortelix here will defeat all the bad people, right? We can go ahead and S3. Look at this. Beautiful synergy with Mort here against Harsetti, because your fear at the start is quite an insane debuff, honestly. And look at that extra damage proc. That's actually kind of crazy. So the fear there is very good for kind of crippling the opponent's openers that go after Harsetti. Not sure why they're playing with openers that go after Harsetti. But yeah, now you can go on the counteroffensive. So ML Politis pushing everyone back even more. Now Genoa gets to go. We could just honestly finish off the Fire Flan here. Safer play would probably be to just go for the New Moon Luna, but hey, why not just shred Flan to pieces while we can. Look at that. And now we regret things because New Moon Luna actually snapped out of it. For the power of her love for Abyssal Euphine, she managed to break out of fear. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish off the Euphine before she can do anything though. There you go, no holy sacrifice, beautiful stuff. And now S1, randomly duel. Obviously we bring the worst unit to dual attack with, because it is me that you're watching. And look at that. The consistent damage from the friendship is actually insane. Kind of like a mini 3F. Alright guys, so jumping into this one here with the power of anti-cleave on our side. This is not a true cleave team on the other team. The Navy Captain Landing and Blood Moon Haste are really there for stability for everyone. Navy Captain Landing being really annoying to deal with her salvos and counters, and then Blood Moon Haste being able to sustain the team or potentially revive the whole team if you kill the squishier units on his side. Now, we have Ron here. Ron is going to be a good opener to test Senya out against, because when he goes for the S3, he's going to hit everybody. He's going to inevitably hit Senya. We're going to be able to proc. We're going to be able to get our skills off. Mort is going to be pretty decent for preventing the Blood Moon Haste and the Navy Captain Landing from countering us. And then Albedo is really only here for some extra splash damage. Obviously, Ed is going to be here to cleanse himself, right? Hit the opponent back once he is... once he's hit with the debuff. So there you go. Now the goal here is honestly to just see what happens, right? Obviously you don't want to kill things when Blood Moon Haste is on the other side, but we're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it, and if Blood Moon Haste tries to kill us, well, hopefully we're gonna be too tanky. Our Senya is at almost 26k health there, which is pretty decent. We'll go for the Blood Moon Haste with the S3. I know he has anti-crit and stuff up. It is fine. We should be able to dispel it with the Albedo though. See, Elber Switch was sword procced, but nothing happens because we have Mort. Let's see if Albedo can actually strip here. She is built with effectiveness, so I didn't put Albedo on the front line though, because she actually didn't strip. Didn't put Albedo on the front line mainly because she's not built with any crit chance. So the friendship buff is mostly wasted upon her. Yeah, it's still fine. We can still do quite a bit of damage to this Blood Moon Haste. He is going to come with an S3 into the Senya, but we do survive. We're still fine. Now, unfortunately, Senya might die here. Yeah, okay. We don't die quite yet, but I feel like the end is nigh. Alright, there you go. Finally killed the Blood Moon Haste there. We could go ahead and actually proc the Immortality. There you go. Proc the Immortality with that extra damage. Let's go in with the Albedo onto the Navy Captain Landy. Got a good chunk off of her shield there. Now, Albedo's S2 actually can't proc because of the Great Mortelix here, but it's okay. Mostly just wanted to see what Albedo's 3F could do in comparison to the Friendship. And I think it's pretty comparable, right? Oh, I didn't actually want that to crit. Alright, so look at this. Albedo's gonna go, boom. Look at that. About 4k damage right there, yeah? Pretty decent. Alright, let's see. Can Mort survive? There you go. Okay, so let's see how much we do. Yeah, about 4k. Let's see how much Mort does. Oh, he actually just killed. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay guys, so in this team, we're actually going to go ahead and put my Celine in the front line. We're going to use her as a counter into the C. Lilius, who is a non-attack skill opener, which is going to be pretty decent, I think. My Celine is actually built pretty tanky, you guys already know if you're a long-time viewer of the channel. So yeah, 16k health plus the extra bonus health from the Senya here is going to help out quite a bit. We're going to bring in Fire Flan, mostly so she can take care of the Senya. I think Celine would struggle with the reflect damage and anti-crit there. And then we have Last Rider Kraut as well, who's going to be mitigating some of the damage. Here's the Fire Flan stats, in case you need a reference. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this and see how it goes. The Senya won't be able to proc off of the Sea Lilius, because of course it's a non-attack skill unit, but she will be able to proc if there's an AoE hit that comes out. For example, Senya's S3 or Shu's S3, right? So yeah, let's see how much damage we can actually do. We hit the Shu here. Ooh, that's a pretty good chunk of damage. Alright, I am going to go ahead and that was actually, yeah, not too bad. Do I really want to go into this Shu right now? I could. I could definitely just finish off the Shu. I don't even want to try Soul Burning. Let's just see if we can kill with the extra damage. If not, I mean, LRK is going to go anyway. But let's see if we do it. Oh, it actually just straight up kills her. Okay, it's alright. So that was not too bad. Not too bad at all. And yeah, you saw Celine's bulk, right? Super tanky here. Let's go for... just go for an S1. Why not? decide not to go for the S3 because we have a attack down on us right now, so there's no point in really doing it. Her S1 also prevents the Senya from countering, which is nice. So we'll be able to use the S1 against the Senya when she has a counterattack buff. Yeah, there we go. The skill comes out here. How much damage do we do? Ooh, hang on. He's gonna have a barrier, so we can't even tell the true damage. That's actually not bad, right? With Celine in the front line, it's actually not bad in terms of damage. Let's go ahead and cleanse. This will be pretty useful. There you go. Push up the Celine. Celine gets pushed up yet again. You saw her jump twice, right? In combat readiness. Pretty good for turn cycling. Look, 17k health, Celine. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and do this. Dual attack with the Arwell. Naturally, a little damage proc there. Not the worst. Not the worst. Okay, let's go for an S3 here into the Senya. We'll just soul burn it to ignore res. Don't know if it's a res Senya or not. We'll defense breaker, push up the team. Oh yeah, there you go. Arwell dies from all of the escort buff damage, and we get to roll out an S3 again. So if Arwell didn't die earlier, she would definitely die from this hit here. There you go, beautiful stuff. Ooh, that's actually a lot of damage. Alright, we should be able to kill here. There you go. Right, if you want to guarantee dual attacks, bring someone like Flan. Flan will always guarantee dual attacks, even if you attack with someone who randomly dual attacks, like C. Lilius or Young Senya. There you have it. Right, works with Earth Celine too, which is kind of cool. Earth Celine. Obviously, she's not going to be dealing as much damage because the friendship is proportional to HP. But it's not bad. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at Wukong as the lead unit with Senya. There's so many fun units I guess you can use with Senya here, but my Wukong's actually on the tankier side of things. 18.5k health. We're going to take him out here, see what he can actually do. We have Silvertide Christie as well, giving some effect resistance to the Senya. So she has about 300 resistance here. Probably still not enough to resist the Silverblade Armintha, but if turn cycling, if the turn order is what I predict it to be, which is Zio goes, right? Zio's gonna go, and then Silverblade Armintha's gonna come afterwards, I think we'll be okay. Because what's gonna happen is Silverblade Armintha's gonna hit, and Senya should be able to cleanse everything. We'll see if it works out, though. Laya's our kind of backup cleanser. We'll see what happens. Armintha comes in, S3, look at this, boom, got hit, right? Senya gets to jump up in combat readiness, takes the turn, look at that. S2 comes out, pretty decent damage. Look at into the Zio too, right? That's pretty good damage overall. Okay, we are gonna go for an S3, just to go ahead and cleanse, get the heal buff on. I know, the Luna is gonna come in and seal, but oh, not unless we push up though. The artifact I didn't take into account. We got a 75% chance to proc that. So yeah, wow, Wukong actually able to take the lead here. That is pretty good. I could go for an S3 onto New Moon Luna. In fact, I think I will. Let's go ahead and see how much damage we do. 20k HP Wukong, guys. Look at that. That's nuts. So that's some good damage. Ooh, the extra damage proc actually not enough to kill there. That is really unfortunate. We will get sealed. It's okay. Anytime is going to come in and do his shenanigans. So, at this point, it's a good thing we have Laya, because Laya is able to kind of cleanse us here. This is kind of why I brought her along. She was kind of a fail-safe. But yeah, I don't think Young Senya could be reliable as a solo cleanser for the team. She definitely is good for like the first wave of debuffs, but after that, she really can't keep up with the pacing of everything. There you go. Wukong actually getting pushed up by that Senya. That is huge. I'm going to go ahead and soul burn this. See how much damage we do. Oh, actually, we do kill there. Ooh, that's pretty nice. If the A-timer wasn't there, if there was no defense mitigation, damage mitigation, I'm pretty sure Wukong's S3 would have killed that New Moon Luna, actually. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and dual attack, and look at that, finish things off. Wukong, also a pretty viable unit to use, right? A bulkier build, a bruisery build with Senya, seems like it could be pretty nice. And Senya herself is pretty decent at cleansing at least the initial wave of debuffs that are going to be coming out from your opponent. Okay guys, so looking over here, we have Albedo in the front lines. I know Albedo's passive will not work with Mort on the opposing team. For some reason, a lot of cleave teams like this tend to just have the Great Mortelic sitting there, probably to, well, deter things like Albedo, you know, Candy and Abyssal Euphine and all those kind of ML5s and all those really strong counter units from decimating the squishier team here, it makes sense, right? But Albedo being here is mostly just to test out a couple things. One, can you bring a viable tank down or anti-cleave team into a very aggressive team here, and two, while we can't really use her, she doesn't have crit rate, we can't use her for the friendship damage that we'll get, does she actually boost our damage overall with Senya, young Senya's passive skill, enough to the point where we actually don't really need Albedo to be built with crit, right? Can we still build her really tanky? And the answer will be seen shortly. Oh wow. I mean, it killed Arby, that's for sure. It definitely killed Arby. And look, this is actually the cool thing. Because Senya takes an extra turn takes priority over combat readiness gains. So you actually do cut in front of the Arby here. We got a ton of damage onto that entire team, right? Beautiful stuff there. And we pretty much come out unscathed. That's kind of nice, honestly. Who's going next? Rowana. Yeah, we actually do end up cutting the Rowana too. Let's go ahead and just kill her here, so she doesn't do any reset shenanigans on us. And might as well just go for the Mort, and LRK can come in and clean up. So yeah, that's not bad, right? The interaction between young Senya's skills actually does kind of allow you to cut a lot of bridge units on the opponent's side. So you really can't afford to hit Senya if they want to kind of continue their aggression, right? Which is something that's kind of cool, a little nice, little neat takeaway. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this with the obligatory Charles testing, right? Charles on the front line here, obviously he's not going to be built with a ton of health. He kind of is an attack scaling knight. It's really unfortunate because it makes him super stat hungry, but being the earth element, I think he will synergize quite well with the Senya, especially with her artifact giving him some extra much needed bulk. 8 Tywin's also on HP imprint, helping out the Senya and the Charles here too, and we're starting with Elvira. One thing to note about Elvira, by the way, that's kind of important, is that Elvira herself is kind of a good counter into the young Senya. It prevents her from getting any fighting spirit, right? We're using her in this case to shut down the Abyssal Euphine. But yeah, without any fighting spirit, Senya kind of doesn't really do much. Yeah, she can't turn cycle, she can't take extra turns, she can't proc stuff. She's just kind of left in limbo, right? So with our fighting spirit procced here, we will be able to do some extra damage, right? And because we have a lot of, you know, extra attacks and such that will be hitting the Euphine, it is one of the reasons why I end up bringing the Elvira along, so that, you know, the Abyssal Euphine here doesn't end up screwing us over by going into like her rage mode and such. So let's try to provoke the Yelena. There you go, beautiful. Very nice. No targeting anyone except a Tywin here. Let's go for the S3. The S3 will be kind of nice. It gives us an attack buff, gives us defense buff too. And then hopefully we'll see some good damage procs here. It's not too bad. An extra like 1k damage proc from the power of friendship is nothing to laugh at. Although that Akadi's just healed for a ton right there. Unfortunately, the Charles actually resisted that. I wanted the Tywin to actually proc rage. So I've been kind of waiting for some debuffs to land on us. Hopefully Delian will do it though. Maybe Delian will finally attack us. There you go, beautiful stuff. Okay, so with this S3, 2 things. 1, Tywin's gonna cleanse, and 2, Senya gets hit once more, which is great. And now we have the rage buff. We need the rage buff to essentially defense break his Akades. Once we defense break the Akades, we will be pretty much clear to kill her with the Charles, right? So yeah, there he goes. Cleanses the Bellion. Alright, let's go for a little provoke action on the Yelena. That's fine. There you go. Beautiful stuff. A Tywin gets to go. Let's S3 because Charles is coming up very, very soon. And because Akades, the AI doesn't hold the Akades S3, right? So we are able to come in very soon here with Charles. And I am just gonna go S1 on the off chance we do S2 here. Nope, we do not, unfortunately. Let's go for just go for an S1. There's no reason to really S3 to kind of push up the team and cleanse. So we'll just go for the damage here. Alright, very nice. Unfortunately, we'll lose our debuff here, but it's okay. Ooh, actually, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good. I wanted the Ilanov to get provoked there, because now I think she can cleanse. Yeah, she's going to cleanse that defense break. Oh, man, that Indomitable buff is going to come out very strong. So, again, goes to show Charles kind of lacking right now in terms of damage department. Unable to keep up with the meta, really. Look at that. Fortunately, he is getting pushed up a little bit, which is nice. There you go. Come on, Charles. Take the turn. No, he didn't take the turn. Okay. Delian's going to go. Even if there's debuffs, we'll be able to cleanse it. It's fine. There you go. Look at that extra hit there. Okay, so Charles gets to go. Come on. You got to kill the Acades sometime, hero. 2k damage. There you go, with the S2 coming in. Even if he didn't, I think the extra damage proc from Friendship would have killed. But yeah, okay. Let's go for an S3 onto the. Let's try to kill the Ilanov. I think she's super annoying right now. She's the one kind of enabling the team to stay alive. I probably should have S3'd earlier with the Senya just to get the continuous heal buff. I think it's a little too late right now, but let's do it anyway. Let's go for it. Get the continuous heal buff going. Alright, and anytime it goes down, it's okay. So we do get to pop the S2 again. Look at that. Come on, extra damage. Kill? No kill, but we are really close on the Abyssal Euphine. We will just let her, kind of stay alive for now. She can't really do all that much. Neither can my Charles, honestly. And I think that Abyssal Euphine is honestly on Aureus, which is kind of funny to me. Alright, let's go for this once more. Yeah, the Abyssal Euphine on Aureus is actually hilarious. I'm just hoping for the Bellion to proc like an extra attack, or this Euphine to kind of counter us, but I guess because we're not attacking her directly, she's not going to. She is not on Elber's Sword. So let's go once again onto this Ilanov. Still not going to provoke. There you go. Yeah, these Charles games are pretty slow because, I mean, Charles kind of struggles. 18k HP Charles. I guess that's one good thing I can kind of look into is kind of switching his build around so that he needs less bulk if I'm running him with young Senya. He is a unit I definitely want to have some fun with in the future though. But yeah, that is going to do it for the video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of young Senya in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.